All right, we'll get started once are there are more people who have joined. See, we got one like. That's good. Hello, Emil. Thank you so much for joining. Perfect. We got one person on the chat. Let's get some more. Yeah, I knew I could rely on you to join. All right. So yeah, I'll just get started. Well, I hope you get better soon. Right? I'm sure you will. So yeah, today's live stream, um, I, I feel so bad that, like I had to quit live streaming I couldn't live stream for like 2 months. Like, I think if I look back to all my streams, it's been like, last time I streamed was February 15th. And today's April 12th. So that's almost exactly 2 months ago. So yeah, I'm just glad I could be back at it now that I'm much less busy. And yeah. Yeah, and as you can tell from the title of this live stream, I'm I'm going to be talking about why I really want to make the central theme, like why do I enjoy training karate, and like why I started, that kind of stuff. Because there are some people who really need to be convinced that, it's something really good to train. TMJZX, hello. Thank you so much for joining my stream. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Oh dang, we have 12 people. We went from 2 to 12. Happy birthday, I'm sorry if I pronounced this wrong, Lathan Pasco. Yeah, happy birthday. I've never actually streamed on a day when it's like one of my viewers' birthday. So that's pretty cool. I hope you have a great birthday and you enjoy the rest of your day. How's your day been? My day's been pretty good actually. How's yours been? And remember, if you just joined, make sure you give this stream a like and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Very good. That's great to hear. I just watched Kreese versus Silver in season 6. Oh yeah, Cobra Kai. And I know the fact that Kreese sacrificed his life just to end his whole tension with Silver. Man, I really was not expecting that. Uh, I'm just still so sad that Cobra Kai is finished. The only thing they can do from here is like make a spin-off series. Or I mean there's a Karate Kid Legends movie coming out on May 30th, which I'm very excited about, and it has Daniel LaRusso from Cobra Kai. So yeah. Okay, we have 3 likes. Very good. Which movie? Karate Kid Legends. It's gonna be the sixth Karate Kid installment in the whole series, releasing on May 30th of this year. First one was 1984, second was 1986, third was 1989, fourth was 1994, fifth was 2010, and yeah, the sixth one, 2025. 41 years and 6 Karate Kid movies, and Cobra Kai, of course. I like that we were only 5 minutes in the stream and we already have this much engagement. That's amazing. If we could just keep this up, that'd be great. I wish I could become a karate kid. Yeah, I'm sure we all wish we could. Uh, Remember, if you just joined the stream, give this a like and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that means, Miguel. I'm really sorry. And if some of you know me, I don't want to say things which I don't know what it means. Well, if you tell me what it means, then I'll see if I'll say it. Because I don't want to say something which I don't know the meaning of, right? I mean, I would say it, but I need to know what it means. Because if it's not something appropriate, then I really don't want to take that risk. Hey, Geller, what's up? Okay, we've had some more. If I don't say it, I'm gay. Well, I'm not. Okay. My brother is in soccer. That's very cool. I used to play soccer actually. How am I recently? I've been doing good recently, Gellert. What about you? Okay. Oh, okay, Emil. Let's not talk about that. All right. Yes, I do know. Yeah. Yeah, Gellert, you got that right. I have been the whole month of March was very busy, and which is why, as you notice, I the last time I live streamed was February 15th, almost exactly 2 months ago. But now I'm back at it, which is very happy. Oh, Vero, I see you put Messi or Ronaldo, but you retracted the message. Yeah, I would say Messi, honestly. If you're gonna ask Messi or Ronaldo, I'm sorry, I just have to go with Messi. Did I win my karate tournament? Well, one of my events, I came close, uh, but the another event that I did at that tournament, I actually I got gold. So yeah. Okay, I see a lot of you saying Messi, Miguel, you're saying Ronaldo. Better Julian. What is my favorite color? Great question. My favorite color, I mean, I actually have two favorite colors. My favorite colors are uh, blue and red. Yeah. Remember to give the stream a like as well. What are your guys' favorite colors? I'd like to know. Blue? Yeah, really like blue. And blue and red being my favorite colors is actually pretty cool because in tournaments you're either team red or like in WKF tournaments you're either team like red or team blue. Yeah. Oh, you don't have one, Emil. Huh. Turquoise? Nice. Mhm. Oh yeah, by the way, I remember to I almost forgot to say, next Saturday I will also most likely be streaming. Yeah. You say green. I mean, yeah, green is also green actually used to be one of my favorite colors, but then for some reason sorry, I switched over to red and blue. Yeah. But green is also a very good color. Like when I go outside, I love being in places with lots of greenery, you know, especially as someone who cares a lot about the environment, taking care of land and all that. I can also like I'd also like to say green is a color which I really like, and I appreciate people who have it as their favorite color. Yeah. What motivated you to start making videos, and did you expect to have 435 subs or more or less? Uh, well, honestly, Gellert, what really motivated me to start making YouTube videos, okay, keep in mind, like, okay, wait, I have to go back to like 2 years ago because March 28th, 2023 was my first video uploaded. And at that time, I remember I had I didn't even know like where I was gonna end up on YouTube. Like I remember at that time, people were telling me, oh yeah, Nishant, Sensei, you should do it. No, it's very hard. Like I was getting all these mixed mixed opinions, So, but then ultimately, I told myself, people will have all sorts of thoughts. Well, like, that's why you really got to trust your instinct, You got to, like, decide for yourself whether it's right, like, whether I should or shouldn't go into it, right? Like, yeah, you can, like, reference what people say, but, like, also go with, like, trust your instinct. That's something which I also have learned in karate, very, very important to trust your instinct, right? And yeah, what really motivated me was just like I guess I just kept, telling myself that, one day I will end up where I want to on YouTube. And remember, I decided to do this not just for the sake of getting subscribers. I also did it because teaching karate is something I'm passionate about, and I wanted to like expand like the audience that I teach to, instead of only teaching like locally, at the dojo and all that. Red and blue is my favorite color. Yes, Vero. By the way, please tell me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but Vero, I really appreciate you saying that because, like I said, red and blue are my favorite colors. And make sure you subscribe to this channel because I'm gonna try to live stream every Saturday. Yeah. Mm. Huh. Why is it saying that we're stuck at 2 people on the stream? Oh wait, you said red and blue is your brother's favorite color. Oh, I'm so sorry. I misread that, but that's true. I'm very happy to hear that. When did you start doing karate? So I started doing karate when I was 4. Yep. Yeah. At the time, did you really know what you were doing? That's low key such a good question, Geller. I wish more people would ask that question because I do kind of like to talk about it because I mean, you're kind of true. Like what you're saying, like you kind of I'm sure you could kind of guess what I'm going to say because think about it, a 4-year-old going into karate, you know, would you really expect them to know what they're doing like at that moment? Probably not. But boy, am I so glad I kept at it and I never gave up training because then I ended up, I ended up being somewhere where I wanted to, which is almost getting my third black belt in karate, which test for is in a couple weeks, you know. So yeah, so yeah, at the time I didn't know what I was doing, but fast forward to today, I'm like I should have kind of anticipated that back then. But what can you expect out of a 4-year-old, honestly? Were you really motivated and did you really want to do it when you were 4? The thing is, I have to make a little confession here. It wasn't me myself when I was 4 who told my parents, I really want to go into karate. The thing is, when I was 2, I started showing signs of me, like, not being aggressive, but like signs that, I could have like good fighting abilities when I'm older. And so that was noticed by quite a number of adults. So then 2 years later, which like when I'd be 4, right? So then, and that's the typical age where kids start karate, right? So then I get enrolled and I was just like, yeah, sure, might as well do it. I honestly don't remember much from back then because this was a long, long, long time ago. So yeah. Why Messi? The thing is, I mean, I'm not saying Ronaldo's bad. Ronaldo, I know he's also he could also be the GOAT, all right? The thing is with Messi, like I've seen him a lot more than Ronaldo, and I know him a lot better. Now, I can't really use that as say that, oh, that's the best reason, but like I just know Messi more, and I've seen his skills and all that much more, and that's why I might be a little bit more biased in that way. But by all means, like I also like Ronaldo. Have you ever wanted to quit karate before? Uh, that's another great question. See, quitting karate was something which, if you would have asked me like 10 years ago, I might have been inclined to do so. Because I remember as I was like going, like as I was in like the middle of like white and first black belt, so like I'm talking about like blue and green belt ish. Like yes, no doubt I had made more progress than other kids on average, but at the same time, like things were getting tough at the time, and like there were these senseis who were pushing my limits and doing all that. And at the time, I didn't really understand why. So I only thought of it as a negative thing, right? So then I was like, what if I were to quit? But again, now looking back, I'm like, why wasn't I more appreciative? And they only went hard on me because they wanted me to become stronger. They wanted to see the best out of me. So yeah, and that's one thing I really like learned over these years is that like at the in the present, you might not be appreciative of like what you have, regardless of whether you think it's good or bad. But then fast forward to the future, you are gonna look back to present you and be like, why wasn't I more like appreciative of what I had? Why wasn't I more grateful? Vero, subscribe to you. Shout out to you, Vero. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I've been trying to grow my channel and it's been so hard this past month because I haven't been able to upload, but I really, really respect you for that. Thank you so much. So, what made you suddenly subscribe to me? Just out of curiosity, I'd like to know. Because, I'd just like to know. But these are some really great questions I'm getting, guys. But yeah, on the topic of quitting, let's like it's as simple as just like never quit, never give up. Like keep at it, hang in there. you will get to where you want to. You will. If you just put in the work, just like train hard, like there's no reason why you shouldn't get to where you want to. Because after all, whatever you believe, you can achieve. You like my video? Oh, which video are you talking about, Vero? You said you liked my video, but like, if you don't mind me asking, which one was it? Is it like a recent one or is it an old one? You are the best. Oh my God! Thank you so much, Vero. Thank you. That really means a lot. I don't know if I'm one of the best, but like I do whatever I can to to like try to get there, and that really matters more to me. I think of it less as trying to be like the greatest. I think of more of it as like trying to improve myself every day. That's something which karate has really like fostered within me. You know, this one. Oh, this one. You mean this live stream? Oh, okay. Yeah. And like even though there are like in like just like how you're saying I'm the best, like there are other people who have also told me stuff like that, like I'm the go, I'm the best, like all that. But like the one thing that like a lot of people don't realize that like, and I'm sure like people are aware of, is that like there are also people that like have hated on me before and said stuff like I suck, I'm the worst, I won't make it anywhere and all that. And like back then, I would have taken that very seriously. But now looking at it, I'm like, it's more important that like you focus more on the positive in your life than the negative. Focus more on the people that support you instead of the people who try to bring you down. And most of the time, like people who try to like bring you down and try to make you feel bad, it's mainly because they can't achieve what you've already achieved. But I'm really, really enjoying this, guys. I just hope there are more people that join the stream. We have 4 likes. My goal is by the end of the stream to get like 10 likes or so. Do I have a friend? Oh yeah, I have many friends. Yeah. You like I don't what? I do have friends, just letting you know. What do you mean I don't? Like, sorry, I'm kind of confused here. Okay, we have 5 likes. That's good. I just hope we get more people. Emil, sorry, I'm busy at the moment. No, no problem, Emil. It's all good. It's all good. I understand. A lot of people are busy right now. I don't look. What do I not look like? I'm sorry, Vero. I'm kind of confused what you're trying to tell me here. All right, Emil. Yeah, yeah. Take your time. Can we have 4 people? Right. But what do I not look like? I still trying to waiting for that. Just a general reminder, for those of you who are just joining my stream, I don't know if the numbers are lagging here, but those of you who are just joining, make sure you give the stream a like and subscribe to my channel. Message retracted. Oh, I don't suck. Oh, thank you so much, Bureau. Yeah, I mean, people have told me that, but I just don't listen to that. And even if people do say that I do, you know, I just I kind of use that as like, I use that. Yeah, oh, thank you so much, Bureau. That means a lot. But when people if people do tell me that, like, yes, it does hurt like a bit, and I do feel a little disappointed, but at the same time, I use that negativity to kind of like fuel me forward. I use that to tell me, like just to tell me to just keep on doing what I'm doing, you know? And especially like a lot of celebrities say that their strategy with dealing with haters is just, it's just like if there are people hating on what they're doing, they just do more of it. So like even if people hate on like the content I post and all that, I just keep telling myself, hey, I'm just gonna keep doing this, regardless of what people think of me, because in life, like anything you do, there'll always be people that criticize you. So yeah, I look good. Thank you. Yeah, not many people really comment on my appearance, but I appreciate that. Okay, Geller, you're saying, Sensei, is it true that we are going to do a tour at 500? I mean, I'm thinking of maybe doing that, Geller, but I don't think it'll be the whole house. It'll probably just be like my like training space, like the basement maybe. But I don't I just for like privacy reasons, just for safety, I don't know if it's a great idea to do like a full house tour, but I'll see what I can do at 500. And that's why I'm please requesting. I'm just trying to like promote my channel as much as I can, to get more people to subscribe because like I'm like what like 60 subs away from 500. So yeah. And if any of you can, help promote my channel to anyone who who might be interested in my kind of content, I'd really appreciate that. Okay, we have 4 people on the stream. That's great. Remember, give the stream a like. And part of the reason why I decided to do this live stream with this title is because I kind of wanted to talk about the reality of being a karateka, and because karate is one of those martial arts which, if you notice online, gets a lot of a lot of times it gets a lot of unnecessary hate, yeah, I don't know. It really broke my heart at first to see all that, especially considering that I'm someone who's been really dedicated to it, But so I kind of wanted to make this video, and that's why I even started my channel, because I want to show people what karate really is about, and I wanted to show, that it's more than just about learning to fight and fighting others. That's not the only thing you can get from a martial arts, that you train. There are other things too, like karate. It teaches you values like discipline. It teaches you personal growth. It teaches you respect, humbleness, all those stuff, which has been in me for the past like I don't know how many years. Don't think about the people that call you suck. Yeah. Thank you, Vero. Yeah, I really do, focus more on the people who say the good stuff, instead of the people who say that, oh, I'm bad, I suck, all that. Glad you're back, Emil. I'm wondering why today, I mean, as of now, we're still at 4 or 5 people on the stream. I just thought there would be some more. At the end of every live stream, I create a goal to, get at least 7 or 8 likes, Oh, Geller, is karate the best type of martial art in my opinion? See, the thing is, I don't really know if I should answer that question, because the thing is, karate is the martial art that's my main expertise, right? Yeah, I've trained in other martial arts, right? Don't get me wrong about that. But the thing is, karate is my expertise, and even in my channel description, if you go to it, I clearly state that Shotokan karate is my main expertise. So for me to say that it's the best martial art just because I've trained in it out of all martial arts I've trained in it the most, I just don't feel like that's fair, because remember saying, not just in martial arts, but in anything with different categories, say talk about which one's the best, that's very subjective, if you say that, oh, I think this is the best, that's not a fact, that's just an opinion at that point. That's just what you believe, it's subjective, right? So for me to say that karate is the best martial art just because I've trained in it for many years, that just does not seem fair, because I respect other martial arts too. I've trained in others. I've seen what they're good at, what they have, which karate doesn't. And about that, that's something I also keep in mind, karate, every martial art has something unique to it, all right? Every martial art's goal is to teach you something different, right? Yes, there are a lot of things concepts that overlap and are the same, especially within karate and taekwondo, with similar blocks, strikes, kicks, and all that. So, yeah, I love karate. I also really like other martial arts, but I don't really like saying, this is the best martial art, this is the worst. I just it's not respectful for me to, say that. I think all martial arts are applicable, and it depends on the person and fighting style. Do you agree? Yeah, Emil, you absolutely nailed that. One thing I was taught is that you know how a lot of people, they say, "Oh, can you beat this guy in a fight? Which martial art would win in a fight?" That's one of the most common questions I see on the internet. I see on social media and all that. Is oh, well, what's the best type of martial art, and which martial art would win in a fight? This one or this one? A boxing or Muay Thai, karate, Muay Thai, all that. The one thing I keep in mind, and which I've been taught, is it's not the martial art. It's not about the martial art that determines like what would work best and who would win in a fight. It's the fighter themselves. It's the person. It's what. It really depends on how you train it. All right. Like if of course let's say someone trains karate for let's say 10 years, or okay, actually let's make that 5 years, and someone who does Muay Thai for like 1 or 2 months, like you can't necessarily say that just because the karate guy has trained longer, that means that they'll necessarily be able to defeat the Muay Thai guy, right? Remember, it's quality. It's also quality over quantity, right? It like maybe the one who's trained in Muay Thai for like 2 months, he's trained in like the most unimaginable, unorthodox ways, which are super, beneficial, right? So these are like all these different perspectives, right? So Emil, you're absolutely right when you say that it really depends on the person and the fighting style. It all depends on how you train and um and what you do to try to get to where you want to be. Do I have any favorite fan right now? I mean, I don't really know if I have a favorite fan because I appreciate all my fans. And if I feel like I feel like if I say this so and so is my favorite fan, that's kind of disrespectful to, other ones, right? That's cool. Wasn't it Bruce Lee? No, Mil, the question is who's my favorite fan? Like, I think what Vero's talking about is like out of all my fans, who's my favorite? But uh Bruce Lee is my favorite, like one of my favorite martial artists. Yeah. Who's my most loyal fan? I really don't know. Like, I really, yeah, yeah, Mil, you got that. You got it right. Yeah. Yeah. If you guys are asking me who's my favorite fan, who's my most loyal fan, like, I don't really think I can answer that because I like to, be respectful to all my fans. Yeah, exactly. I can consider you all loyal fans. No, no, Vero, you do not need to apologize. Like it's okay if you ask a question like that. Remember, on my stream, if you ask a question which you like which you don't mean any harm, like by intention or anything, like you do not need to be sorry. Okay, like it's okay. No need to be sorry. I can like that's a question I've been asked before, so it's all good. And I do appreciate you guys asking me that because then it gave me a chance to actually address it and also say what I really think about my fans. So no need to be sorry. It's all good. And even about that, like even when I'm teaching my students like karate, um, like sometimes if they don't get something on the first go, or if they like make a little mistake, they say sorry. But I'm like you don't need to say sorry because you made a mistake or you did something wrong. Like what some of my sensei would say is the only time you should say sorry is if you like intentionally hurt someone else's feelings or you intentionally try to cause harm, which no one's doing, so it's all good. Absolute noob fam, thanks for joining my stream. It's Benson here. Oh, I'm very glad you could join my stream. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. How are you doing? I'm gonna exercise for a bit. What exercise do you think I should do? So, Emil, when it comes to exercising, when you're asking which one you should do, remember it like this. I kind of talked about this at the beginning of my stream. Don't always go based on other people's opinions or what they say, right? You have to trust your own instinct. So if you're asking what exercise you should do, you kind of want to think about which like part of my body do I really want to target, which one do I really want to like gain more muscle in or grow. So according to that, then you decide, okay, then this is the exercise I'm going to do. Like for example, if I want to target ab and core, I do sit-ups or plank or like those type of ab exercises. And for cardio I do elliptical or treadmill. So it really, really depends on what you want to train. But that's a great question, Emil. I really appreciate you asking that. How about arm muscle? Well, yeah, they're like biceps, tricep dips are great for the arms. Like, where you like, like bend your arms, like, I really can't explain it, but if you search up what tricep dips are, you watch how to do them, they're really good for the arms. What are my favorite things to do? Well, karate is obviously one of my favorite things to do. Training that, like that, yeah, training karate, preparing for my tournaments, teaching other students karate. And another one of my favorite things to do is, going on nature walks, going on walks outside when it's a very nice day. Exercising is something which I really take seriously and which I really enjoy doing. So that's another thing I really like doing. And also spending time with family. Let's not forget that. It's very, very important. Like even if some people don't have it as their favorite things, it's still very important to do. In my case, it's one of my favorite things to do, and and that's why I do it because later on you're gonna look back and be like, why didn't I do it? And also I like traveling. That's another one of my favorite things to do. I love traveling, Hannah out. Thank you so much for joining my stream. If you're new, give this stream a like and subscribe. You're saying I start karate and I found difficile of how I do. I'm 21. Well, what exactly are you having difficulty with in your karate training? Like, if you tell me that, then I can maybe give you some advice, give you some tips. Emil, you're asking, do I need a chair to do tricep dips? You can use a chair. I mean, if you're going to use a chair, you'd have to use a very stable chair because obviously when you push down, if you use a chair that rolls easily, like you're going to like slip and you're going to might hurt yourself. So I wouldn't recommend a chair unless it's a very strong one. Um, but I like a table is great, a counter, like a low counter is great. Like anything stable like that has a strong base, strong, yeah, foundation. Bro, I have an IKEA stool with 3 legs. Oh, I mean that could work, but you have to be careful with that. Oh, Hannah. You're saying how I make the position and movement. So you're saying the position and movement is what you're having difficulty with. Is there any like specific technique which you have difficulty with? Because like different techniques have different like movements and different like positions. So if you could tell me which one specifically you're talking about, that'd be even better. What is my Supercell ID? I'm not quite sure what that is. Vero, you have to go. Okay, Vero. Thank you so much for joining my stream, giving me a sub. Thanks so much for subscribing, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. All right. You asked really good questions. Absolute noob. Nishant Sensei, can you show me your coolest kick? Absolute noob. I would, but on live streams, I don't. I prefer not to like showcase any moves. I tend to just answer questions. But if you want to see my coolest kick on my channel, you can find something called spinning hook kick tutorial. That's probably one of my coolest kicks. So you can see that. Maybe on my next live stream, I can do a live demo of my coolest kick. I hope that's okay with you. I found difficult to control my hand and my legs and move fast. Okay, you're talking about doing moves fast. So one piece of advice I can give you is make sure that when you're learning any new moves, it's very important that you don't go like to the full speed, full power right away. That's one big tip I can give. In my dojo, we have a thing where we actually do something where, like, if we have a kata that we're working on, let's say, and any kata, we break it up into sections. Each section we do 50%, 80%, and then 100% full power, right? So first you start off slow, and if you encounter any moves which you're not happy with, you're not satisfied with, you keep drilling that until you feel confident about it, and like you feel like, okay, I can take it to the next level, I can keep going, proceed like that. With that, then over time you'll improve at that not only that move, but also it's like doing the whole sequence fast. So that's one thing I can say about speed. If you're talking about controlling your hand and leg movements, let me think. What can I say? When you say have a hard time controlling your hands, um I'm trying to kind of understand what you mean, but what I can say about that is, again, take it slow first and then gradually speed it up. All right, it's very very important to do that, because if you started this at the like full speed, full power right away, you might lose control on your first attempt. Which it's not going to be very satisfying. So yeah. I'm back from doing my brother work. Oh, Vera, bro, when you said that you had to go, I thought you meant you had to like permanently leave the stream, bro. You get it? Oh, thank. Okay, that I'm so glad you understood what I said, Hannah Al, because I know that was a lot of talking. By the way, Hannah Al, if you want more tips and like advice for your movements, there's a video I posted on my channel like almost a couple years back, which is, I think it's called like 5 tips to improve your kata, or that I'd highly recommend you look at that, because I share tips which have helped me train for tournament team and even black belt and all that. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, that would mean everything to me. If you could please subscribe, give the stream a like, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm not trying to be like too selfish, but like it means so much. Okay, next question. Sensei, do you think you oh, you already did? Okay, thank you so much, Hannah. I'll give you a shout out for subbing to my channel. Sensei, do you think you would defeat Mr. Hollock in a board breaking competition? Let's not. Oh my God. That's a very interesting question, absolute noob. I don't know. I don't want to like get my expectation or my hopes too high, but I mean, I wouldn't mind giving it a try, but I don't really feel like I should answer that just yet. Emil, you're saying, wait, can I do tricep dips on a table? Yeah, if it's a strong, sturdy table, then yeah, I'd absolutely recommend doing tricep dips on those. Yep. Vero, you said your brother needed help cleaning my room. I mean, that's very, very, very good of you as a sibling to be helping your brother out. You know. Nishant Sensei, want to see my broken stool? Emil, I don't think you can show your broken stool on a live stream when you're in the chat. But I mean, if you really want me to see it, I guess send it to my email or whatever. Yeah. We have 7 people. Remember, if you just joined my stream, please give it a like. I can send it to you on Instagram. Well, Emil, if you know my Instagram, then yeah, I guess you could share it to me. Yeah, it's pretty interesting that you're in like dire need of showing me your broken stool. Wait, did your stool break because you did tricep dips on it? That's. And by the way, guys, for those of you who just joined, not like, so if you subscribe to my channel, that's great. But also, if you could follow me on Instagram, that would be great. Yeah, if you could follow me on Instagram, Facebook, that would be great. And it's the same name as my channel. Vera, what is your color belt? So Vera, right now I am currently an adult black belt in karate, and this is my Shokan. This is my I'm a double black belt. Yeah. So meaning I've attained two black belts in karate, and I'm testing for my next one May 3rd and 4th. Yeah. Emil, ain't no way you and Absolute Noob are playing Brawl Stars right now while also watching my stream. That's pretty cool. You can multitask like that. There's always time for Brawl Stars. I mean, yeah, I guess there is. Okay, I see there are a few people who have left the stream, but I hope we get some more because I'll be streaming for another, let's say 10 minutes. Actually, I think I could stream for a bit more than 10 minutes. So let's get some more questions rolling in, guys. What is my Instagram username? So Vero, my Instagram username is exactly what my YouTube channel name is. So just search on Instagram. If you go to search, you search up Nishant Sensei. It like you'll find it, and the profile picture of my Instagram is exactly the same as my YouTube. So yeah. So yeah, just search up Nishant Sensei, and if you see a profile where I'm throwing a punch in white uniform and a red belt, that's me. And same with my Facebook. You know, Facebook is also same profile picture and yeah, same username. Okay, good. We've bounced back from one person on the stream to four. That's great. What are my top three favorite videos posted by me? Um, that's a really good question. Hey, Norin, thank you so much for joining. How are you doing? Okay, so Geller, to answer your question, my top three favorite videos, one of them I definitely have to say is the video I posted on September 17th, 2023, which was a Sunday. It was the video where I addressed the haters and I was talking about like the hate comments I was getting on my channel. And yeah, it was me wearing like a red shirt, you know, looking like this. And I was addressing like the hate I was getting on my channel and all that. That's one of my favorite videos. My other favorite video, I'm trying to think about it. The other one definitely has to be um, my spinning hook kick tutorial that I posted in summer of last year, and third one would have to be uh, like my side kick tutorial. Yeah, Vero, you have a red belt. Oh, red belt is really good. Keep up the great work, Vero. Camera. Mm. These are some really good questions, guys. I'm honestly, this is probably one of my favorite live streams so far. You know, no haters have joined, no weird or inappropriate comments or like super respectful. Love it. Let's get more questions rolling in. You dyed your hair. Oh, what color did you dye your hair, Vero? I honestly don't know. I've told myself like a few years back that, I would never dye my hair because I believe in just, being yourself, being who you are. You don't have to like change yourself just to impress others. So I told myself, because at that time I thought that people dyed their hair because they wanted to like look cool and all that. But like I mean, dyeing your hair is sometimes like important, I guess. And I know some people who dye their hair, like especially like people who are like older, if they start to get like gray or white hair, they dye their hair to the original color. So yeah. Red. Oh yeah, I've actually seen quite a number of people dye their hair red. Geller, who is your most active followers? Geller, it I I don't track that, so I don't know if I can answer that. All right, guys. If if there aren't going to be many people writing any more questions or saying anything, I might have to end the live stream in like 5 minutes. But I'll wait a bit longer, by all means. Okay, we've officially hit the 1 hour mark. Okay, it says we have one person. Oh, we have three people. I thought we'd be able to get one more question in before I end the stream. Geller, you like my logo? Thank you so much, Geller. Yeah, honestly, like this picture that was taken, it actually wasn't taken by me or anyone who like I know. At my January tournament for karate, my first elite tournament, um, there was a professional photographer at that tournament, and he actually took like a zoomed out picture of me in that strong stance, throwing that punch, that front punch, right? So from that, I decided I was like, that would make a really goated profile picture. So I decided that for my profile picture, I'd really do a close up of that, and showing like the veins, and it just conveys so much emotion. You know what I'm trying to say? Will I ever show my Kojo? Wait, Gellert. I think you might have made a spelling error. I'm not quite sure what you're asking me there. Do I have a TikTok username? Vero, no, I do not have TikTok, and I don't. I try not to have too many social media platforms, and anyway, in Canada, you can't get monetized from TikTok, and like so I'm like, what's the? I'm not trying to say that I'm like a money-minded person, but like, the main reason is because I just don't want to be on too many social media platforms. So no, I don't have a TikTok username. It's only Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Oh, will I ever? Oh, Geller, you're asking, will I ever show my training place to my students? Maybe I will one day. You never know. Nishant Sensei, did you see my IKEA stool? Sorry, Mil, because I'm on a live stream. I'm on a live stream right now. I haven't. I'm not able to open it, but after the live stream, I will. I'll check. Broken IKEA stool. I didn't know IKEA stuff was that fragile. Because we get things from IKEA as well, like shelves and all that stuff, and like it has never collapsed. But like I don't get like how'd your stool collapse? Oh wait, I don't know. Did you say that was because of tricep dips or something else? I don't remember. Oh, it was a plastic one. You had a plastic stool. Like I typically don't like buying things made out of plastic, not only because they're bad for the environment, but also just plastic isn't the strongest material, especially for a stool. Yeah, it's not very stable. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it definitely like plastic things can be cheap, but are you really gonna choose cheap over durable, or that's a really good TOK question right there. What should you prioritize when like purchasing and, products of different materials? Okay, guys, how much longer do you think I should keep the stream going? Who is my favorite childhood YouTuber? Um, Childhood YouTuber. So Geller, when you ask me that, I'm assuming you're talking about like when I was like younger, which YouTuber I looked up to the most and still do. The thing is, in my childhood, I didn't really like use YouTube that much, so it's very difficult for me to say what my favorite childhood YouTuber is. If you ask me what my favorite YouTuber as of now is, I could probably give you like a relevant answer, but childhood YouTuber, I'm not quite sure because again, I didn't use YouTube that much in my childhood. So it's hard for me to say. What did I use? Well, in my childhood, I watched a lot more like kids cartoons that were that were on TV and that stuff. I like rarely I'd use YouTube mainly for like craft videos because like when I like in my childhood, I loved making crafts and different projects that kind of stuff. So I used to watch YouTube videos for those. There are some amazing craft guys out there who still post content up until now. But yeah, those are people who I really liked watching on YouTube. And the other thing I'd use YouTube for is, for finding cartoon episodes which I didn't get to see on live TV, you know, like for Fireman Sam. Are tricep dips similar to push-ups? I'm doing them right now and I feel like my form is bad. Well, first, when you're asking if they're similar to push-ups, I mean, the only way I can see they're similar is that, like, obviously you're like dipping, like you're going down and then back up, which is also same with a push up. You're going down and then back up, same with tricep dips. And but the thing is, they're both kind of working different parts of the arm, if you think about it. But I mean, there are tricep push ups as well, where you make a diamond and then you do that. Those are really good for triceps, um, which would make it similar to tricep dips. But well, if you're questioning your form, just make sure that your legs are together and straight out and that you're not leaning too much. You're not perfectly like you're almost like, up straight and that your arms are like not wide. You want them like narrow, as like narrow as you can, and then you just push you drop down and then you just use your triceps. Yeah, I hope that helped. Yeah, no problem, Bill. Glad I was able to help out. Okay, I guess I will have to end the stream now. So I'm gonna try to stream next Saturday, but yeah, we'll see what happens. And until then, I hope you all take care. I really appreciate you all who joined the stream. And if you're new to my channel again, subscribe, give the stream a like, and check out my videos. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching this live stream and for those of you who actively participated, and I'll see you all in the next one. Nos. See you guys. I know I'm really sorry, but I have other things that I need to do. So see you on the next live stream, hopefully next Saturday.